All right, here we go. Let's take a look at this question worksheet and go down through it with our, here we go, with our identification chart by our side. So, question 1, number 36, specimen 36. The mineral grains in the specimen with no cleavage are what? Now you can go back and you can look at your mineral identification chart at all of these mineral names. And there's one that doesn't have cleavage. And it's actually the mineral that makes up the majority. I mean, we called it that type of sandstone because that's the only mineral in it. At least it looks like. For some specimens, maybe not mine. I had some white specimens in it. Maybe that would be feldspars, but no, most of you guys just have one type. Okay. So what is specimen number 36? It's a sandstone. So what color is it? Okay. Specimen number 36 is held together by a clear cementing agent, which could be either, we tested it, so we know which one it is. But if you just saw it out in the field, you know, you were collecting a specimen out in the field, you didn't have a acid bottle with you. What are the two possibilities for what's holding it together that would be clear? Okay. Going on to question 4, mineral grains in specimen number 3 are, again, well, what was it we decided, you know, I said, hey, you know, these are cementing agent in specimen 37 is, that's the orangish red one. Okay. This type of rock, that orangish red one of 37, is often found in outcrops that also have cross bedding. This type of rock found with that type of sedimentary structure would have been deposited as sediment in what type of sedimentary environment? So go back to the informational packet and look up the sedimentary environment section and you'll be able to find it. Okay. So what would we call specimen 37? So it definitely is one of the above. It just, for whatever reason, my question worksheet does not have the mineral name with it. Okay. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Well, some of you are going to have, I'm going to have to go in and make sure that I got the right answer in there because I've forgotten that question 8 is asking what it is. And there is a great variety of that rock in the different rock kits. So let's go with the biggest size. The largest grain size dimension for specimen 38 is the biggest one. Because it really has to be that big before it's called what we called it. Okay. And then that specimen, choose the 2 answers which are true for this specimen. The larger clasts in this rock are rounded or are they angular? And the sediment that makes up this rock is poorly sorted or is it well sorted? Okay, so 2 of those answers are correct. I have to make sure I have the correct answer in there for question 8. Question 10, depositional environment for specimen 38. Okay, so that one chart had all the depositional environments for the different kinds of rock. So you should be able to go in there and find that rock name and put down the correct depositional environment. 11, specimen 38 is, what do we call it? Specimen 39 is composed of, that was the first chemical sedimentary rock we came across in our kit. Okay, so what's it made out of? It contains obvious what? Well, I don't see any lizard fossils in there, and there's no big bones in that stuff. And you could actually see them with your naked eyes, so it's not microfossils. So it has to be invertebrate fossils. So what's the likely sedimentary environment for 39? And again, go back to that chart. Take a look at where a fossiliferous limestone might form. 39, what do we call it? Fossiliferous limestone, right? That's what we decided it was. Specimen 40. It's also composed of, same thing 39 was. It is check on that one too. Oh, could be either an inorganic or an organic. I put down that it was inorganic, but according to the chart, could be either, right? Here I was doing an either or, and could be either according to the chart that we were working with. Specimen 40, what do we call it? Okay. Question 19, specimen 41, composed of, you can read it right off your chart that you filled out. Depositional environment, where will we find that stuff forming? And then I think it's, oh, the mineral contained in specimen 41 is used to manufacture. That information is in the informational packet. Okay, so if you have the right name, which I know we do, for that specimen 41, you will be able to figure out what the answer is there. And then of course, what's specimen 41 called? Specimen 42 composed of what? And what is a likely depositional environment for specimen 42? That kind of rock is stuff, it's found here, there, and so not just one. Okay, you're going to have at least several of choices that would fit that rock type for paleo environment, or depositional environment, I should say. Okay, question 25. Diagnostic feature of the specimen. What was one of the things that we wrote down about what it, the chart, I think, had a certain word listed with the rock name that we chose. Then that would help you figure out the answer to 25. What do we call? What is the actual rock name for specimen 42? If the type of sediment which formed the rock of specimen 42 had been found in a 20-foot thick outcrop and did not break into thin layers, then we would call it what? And I think on the chart it said claystone, but in the recording I said something slightly different. Okay. Specimen 43 is composed of what? Diagnostic feature of specimen 43 is it effervesces when tested with acid, very coarse grained, should break with conchoidal fracture, fissile sedimentary rock, obviously the product of a high energy depositional environment. And then I'm asking you for the rock name for specimen 43, and that is your 30 questions. So you're going to go in and put in your answers in that quiz style format for these 30 questions. And then again, you have an upload site for the Excel chart that you filled out for this lab. It doesn't have any points attached to it, but I do want you to upload that. And then that way, if you get questions wrong, I'll maybe understand from what you said on your chart. Okay. And if you've done it with me, then you're probably going to say the exact same thing that I did. Okay. All righty then. This is a much shorter recording, so now I'm going to stop recording now.